further merits of the Shia. Similarly, Abu al-Mu'ayyad al-Khawarizmi in the 17th chapter of his Al-Manaqib, Al-Hakim al-Hasakani in Shawahid al-Tanzil, Al-Kunji al-Shafi'i in Kifayat al-Talib, page 119, Sibt ibn al-Jawzi in Tadhkirah, page 31, Mundhir bin Muhammad bin Mundhir, and particularly Hakim, have related that Hakim Abu Abdullah Hafiz, one of the greatest of your ulama, said, based on the testimony of narrators reaching back to Yazid bin Sharif al-Ansari, the scribe of the commander of the faithful Ali bin Abu Talib, that Ali said that at the time of the Prophet's death, the Prophet rested on Ali's chest and said, "You have heard the holy verse, those who believe and do good deeds, it is they who are the best of the creatures." Chapter 98, verse 6. These are your Shia. Me and your meeting place shall be at the fountain of Kawthar in paradise, when all created beings assemble for reckoning. Your face will be bright, and you will be identified on that day as the leader of the bright-faced people. Jalaluddin al-Suyuti in his Al-Durr al-Manthur quotes Abu al-Qasim Ali bin Hassan, commonly known as Ibn Asakir al-Dimashqi, who quotes Jabir bin Abdullah al-Ansari, one of the greatest companions of the Prophet, as saying that he and others were sitting with the Holy Prophet when Ali bin Abu Talib came in. The Holy Prophet said, "I swear by him who controls my life, that this man, Ali, and his Shia shall secure deliverance on the day of resurrection." At that time, the verse cited above was revealed, and the same commentary, Ibn Adi quotes Ibn Abbas as saying that when the above verse was revealed, the Prophet said to the commander of the faithful Ali, "You and your followers Shia will come on the day of resurrection in such a condition that all of you will be pleased with Allah, and Allah will be pleased with you." In the Manaqib of Khawarizmi, the following is related from Jabir bin Abdullah al-Ansari. "I was in the presence of the Holy Prophet when Ali joined us, and thereupon the Holy Prophet said, 'It is my brother that has come to you.' Then facing towards the Kaaba, the Prophet took hold of Ali's hand and said, 'By him who controls my life, this Ali and his Shia will be delivered on the day of judgment.' Then he said, 'Ali is the foremost of you all in belief, the most regardful about Allah's pledges, the most just of you all in deciding matters of the people, the most equitable of you in distributing allowances among the people, and the highest of you all in rank before Allah Almighty.' On that occasion, the verse cited above was revealed. In chapter 2 of this Sawa'iq, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani quotes Hafiz Jamaluddin Muhammad bin Yusuf Zarandi Madani, a great scholar of your sect, as saying that when the above verse was revealed, the Holy Prophet said, 'O Ali, you and your Shia are the best of the created beings. You and your Shias will come on the day of judgment in such a condition that all of you will be pleased with Allah, and Allah will be pleased with you. Your enemies will be resentful, and their hands shall be tied round their necks.' Then Ali asked who his enemy was. The Holy Prophet replied, 'One who is hostile to you and who reviles you.' Allama Samhudi in Jawahir al-Aqdain, on the authority of Hafiz Jamaluddin Zarandi Madani and Nuruddin Ali bin Muhammad bin Ahmad Maliki Makki, known as Ibn Sibagha, who is regarded as one of your distinguished scholars and eminent theologians, in his Al-Fusul al-Muhimmah, relates from Abdullah bin Abbas that when the verse and the discussion was revealed, the Prophet said to Ali, 'It is you and your Shias. You and they will come on the day of judgment fully pleased and satisfied, while your enemies will come in grief with bound hands.' Mir Sayyid Ali Hamadani Shafi'i, one of your eminent scholars, in his Mawaddatul Qurba, and the well-known anti-Shia scholars Ibn Hajar, in his Sawa'iq al-Muhriqah, narrate from al-Mu'mineen, Salama, the wife of the Prophet, that the Holy Prophet said, "O Ali, you and your Shias will abide in paradise. You and your Shias will abide in paradise." The well-known scholar of Khawarizmi, Muwaffaq bin Ahmad, in his Manaqib chapter 19, relates on reliable authority that the Prophet said to Ali, "In my community, you are like the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary." This statement implies that as the followers of the Prophet Jesus were divided into three groups, the true believers, known as Hawariyin, the Jews, and the exaggerators who associated him with Allah. And the same way Muslims would become divided into three groups. One of them would be the Shias, the true believers. The other group would be Ali's enemies. And the third group would be the exaggerators of his position. Shia's merits proven from Sunni books. The people then dispersed in response to the call for the Isha prayer. After the prayer, Mawla Abdul Hayy returned with a commentary by Suyuti, Mawaddatul Qurba, the Musnad of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, and the Manaqib of Khawarizmi. He read from them the hadith Sultan Wa'izin had quoted in his discussions by way of verification. Since his references had been accurate, the expressions of all those in the opposite camp changed. In the meantime, in the Mawaddatul Qurba book, they came across another hadith. The Prophet said, "O Ali, on the day of judgment, you and your Shias will come before Allah fully satisfied and pleased, while your enemy will come in grief and with hands bound." Sultan Wa'izin. These are clear arguments supported by the Book of Allah, by authentic hadith, and by history. Support for my position comes from the books of your own eminent scholars. These are in addition to the numerous narrations that exist in the books and commentaries of Shia. Using the books now before you, I could go on presenting arguments in support of the point under consideration until tomorrow morning, by the grace of Allah. But I think that what I have presented should be enough to dispel your doubts about Shias. Respected audience, we Shias are not Jews. We are followers of the Prophet Muhammad, the originator of the word Shia, as meaning the followers of Ali, was not the accursed Abdullah bin Saba, but the Prophet himself. We never follow any individual without authoritative arguments in his favor. You said that it was after Uthman that the word Shia came to be used, referring to the followers of Ali. In fact, even in the Prophet's day, several noted companions were called Shias. Abu Hatim al-Razi, in his book Al-Zina, which he compiled for clarifying the meanings of certain words and phrases current among scholars, says that the first new word that came into general acceptance in Islam in the days of the Prophet was Shia. The word was applied to four prominent companions: Abu Dharr al-Ghifari, Salman al-Farisi, Miqdad bin al-Aswad al-Kindi, and Ammar bin Yasir. Many other hadiths were quoted in support of the same point. Now it's for you to consider how it was possible that during the time of the Prophet, four of his chief companions were called Shia. If the Prophet thought it was innovation, why didn't he forbid the people to use it? The fact is that people had heard from the Prophet himself that the followers, Shias of Ali, were inhabitants of heaven. They were proud of it and openly called themselves Shias. Rank of Salman, Abu Dharr, Miqdad, and Ammar bin Yasir. You related a hadith from the Prophet saying, "Verily, my companions are like stars. Whoever of them you follow, you will be properly guided." Abul Fida writes in his history that these four men, who were companions of the Prophet, abstained along with Ali from paying allegiance to Abu Bakr on the Saqifa day. Why don't you consider their refusal to pay allegiance to be worthy of emulation? Your own ulama have written that they were loved by Allah and His Prophet. We follow them as they followed Ali. Hence, according to your own hadith, we are on the path of guidance. With your permission and keeping in the view of shortness of time, I present to you a few narrations in support of my contention that these men were loved by Allah and the Prophet. Causes of Iranians' receptivity to Shi'ism. You have been unkind in saying that Shi'ism is a political religion and that Iranian Zoroastrians accepted it in order to save themselves from Arab domination. You have said so in blind conformity to your predecessors. I have already proved that it is an Islamic religion, one which was commanded by the Prophet to his followers. In fact, those who without any sanction from the Prophet laid the foundation of the Ch.4 were themselves politicians and not the followers of the Holy Family of the Prophet. It is characteristic of Iranians that they look into things when they are convinced of their truth. They accept them, as they accepted Islam when Iran was conquered by the Arabs. They were not forced to do it. They gave up Zoroastrianism and sincerely embraced Islam. Similarly, when they were convinced by logic and by Ali's invaluable services, they accepted Shi'ism. Contrary to the assertion of many of your writers, the Iranians did not accept Ali during the caliphate of Harun al-Rashid or Ma'mun al-Rashid. Both Abu Na'im al-Isfahani in Hilyatul Awliya, Volume 1, page 172, and Ibn Hajar Makki in the 5th hadith of the 40 hadith, narrated in Sawa'iq al-Muhriqam, praise of Ali, narrated from Tirmidhi, that the Prophet said, "Verily, Allah has commanded me to love 4 persons and has told me that He loves them." When the people asked who these 4 persons were, he said, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Dar, Miqdad, and Salman. Again, Ibn Hajar in Hadith number 39 has narrated from Tirmidhi and Hakim from Anas bin Malik that the Prophet said, "Paradise is eager for 3 individuals, Ali, Ammar, and Salman." As in the action of these eminent companions of the Holy Prophet a model for other Muslims? Isn't it shameful that in your view, the companions are restricted to those persons who played the game of Ch.4 or who acquiesced in it, while the others who oppose the strategy behind Ch.4 are seen as being unreliable? And if that be so, then the hadith you have quoted should have been, "Verily, a few of my companions are like stars." They accepted Ali during the time of the Holy Prophet. Salman Farsi was one of the most sincere followers of Ali. He reached the highest rank of faith. The ulama of both sects have unanimously written that the Prophet said, "Salman is from our Ahlul Bayt," namely, he is one of the people of my house. For this reason, he was called Salman al-Muhammadi, and he was admittedly the staunchest supporter of Ali and a bitter opponent of Ch.4. If according to your own books we follow him, we are on the straight way. He heard the verses of the Quran and the sayings of the Prophet about Ali and clearly understood that obedience to Ali was obedience to the Prophet and to Allah. He repeatedly heard the Prophet saying, "One who obeys Ali obeys me, and one who obeys me obeys Allah, and one who is hostile to Ali is hostile to me, and one who is hostile to me is hostile to Allah." Every Iranian, however, who went to Medina and embraced Islam, whether during the time of the Holy Prophet or afterward, obeyed the orders of the Prophet. For this reason, the second caliph became intolerant and imposed several restrictions on Iranians. These hardships and sufferings bred enmity in their hearts. They questioned why the caliph denied them Islamic rights against the injunctions laid down by the Prophet. Iranians are grateful for Ali's compassion. Apart from these conditions, Iranians were grateful to Ali for his compassion regarding the treatment of Iranian princesses taken prisoner by the Arabs. When the prisoners of Madain were brought to Medina, the second caliph ordered that all the female prisoners be made slaves of the Muslims. Ali forbade this and said that the princesses were exceptions and were to be honored. Two of prisoners were the daughters of King Yazdajird of Iran and could not be made slaves. The caliph asked what should be done. Ali said that each of them should be allowed to select a husband for the Muslims. Accordingly, Shah Zanan selected Muhammad bin Abu Bakr, who had been brought up by Ali, while the other princess, Shah Banu, selected Imam Hussein, the Prophet's grandson. Both went to the homes of these men after a lawful wedding. Shah Zanan gave birth to son Qasim Faqih, father of Farwa, who was the mother of our sixth Imam, Ch.4 al-Sadiq, peace be upon him. Imam Zain al-Abidin, our fourth Imam, was born of Shah Banu, so the establishment of Shi'ism had no connection with the time of Harun and Ma'mun or with the rule of the Safavid dynasty in Iran, as you said earlier. It was openly propagated 7 centuries before the Safavid kingdom in the 4th century Hijri, when the Dalamites were rulers. In 694 after Hijri, the Iranian kingdom was ruled by Ghazan Khan Maghul, whose Islamic name was Mahmud. Since at that time belief in the Prophet's Ahlul Bayt was commonly expressed, Shi'ism grew steadily. After the death of Ghazan Khan Maghul in 707 after Hijri, his brother Muhammad Shah Khudaband became the ruler of Iran. He arranged a religious debate between Allama Hilli, a learned Shia scholar, and Khawaja Nizam-ul-Din Abdul Malik Murghuri, the Chief Justice of the Shafi'ites and the greatest Sunni scholar of that time.